Foodie Squad. Hey Bree, Angel, hey Positive, hey Pooh, how you doing? Thank you for coming over. I think that was a pretty good choir rehearsal. I think we did good. We getting it together. I think we're gonna be straight for the holiday concert. That's how I really feel. Hey Beauty, hey Pooh. Let me go ahead and drop the link. So Beauty and April can come on up and we can start this safe space of love chat. April Ray, thank you. We just waiting for Beauty and April to come on up so the three of us can start this safe space of love. Talk time. Hey.
Hey everybody.
Look, every time I say hey everybody, it reminds me of I have it on my TikTok. It's this little bad kid. She starts off, hey everybody. Guess what? And then she just go in on the next door neighbor borrowing water. Girl, you gotta see it. She repeat everything her grandma say. So you know the grandma.
Hey everybody.
She said, hey everybody. Guess what? No, this is how she do it. I gotta show you my face. Hold on. She said, hey everybody. Guess what?
My grandmama said, is that who you talking about?
Wait a minute. April, is this you? This H. Hold on. What is HJVH?
That ain't her.
It's her.
Oh. You sure?
She just changed it to April WYD. I'll give her to say, look, see, you a girl. Sure? Hold on, sis, I ain't know. She just changed it to April WYD. I'll give her to say, look, see, you a
what are you down there doing? Messing around?
All right, y'all.
She just didn't go along with it. I was trying to see something.
I did. Now I got it.
Did it do what I did?
Uh-huh.
Did it?
Yeah. And it was and it's her. Yeah. Hey, Kai.
Hi, handsome.
How you doing? Hi. You put a shirt on. You on the
Ready to go now? He put a shirt on so he come on the live. He been standing here the whole time. I just want to let him get up here. No, you can't be talking.
He said he got
finna
something
go.
to say. Yeah.
Okay, you finna go. You talking.
He said he got something to say. And y'all gonna let him say what he got to say. That's what he said. I know, man. I know.
That's why he's doing it, because you be sitting right there going along with it.
Yeah, tell her you got something to say on the live. Thank y'all so much for coming over.
No, hush.
This is safe space of love where people can come and talk and, you know, feel safe about whatever they want to discuss. You can discuss it. You don't have to discuss it. You know, we invite people on the panel if they need to, or if they don't, they can comment in the chat. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to hold y'all to it. I completely forgot what today's topic was about.
Immune deficiency.
Immune deficiency.
Autoimmune deficiency.
Autoimmune deficiency. I will start. So my autoimmune deficiency is multiple sclerosis. I have multiple sclerosis, and multiple sclerosis, nobody's symptoms are the same. Just to give you an understanding about how multiple sclerosis works, it's when the myelin sheath that's wrapped around your nerves and your brain start to disintegrate, and so that nerve is exposed, kind of like an exposed nerve in your tooth. You know how bad that hurts when you got an exposed nerve in your tooth? It's the same up here. Well, with that nerve being exposed, whatever nerve that is, let's say if it's the nerve, like for example, the nerve that's in my hand, those nerves are exposed. It's hard for my brain to tell my hands to write or to move. That's why sometimes I can't type or write or scramble eggs or tie my shoes. Some people are worse than me. Some of them have trouble urinating because that nerve is not connecting right to tell their body to go to the bathroom or digest their food. Or you got some people have a hard time swallowing. So it's all, you got nerves that like thousands of nerves that tell different parts of your body to function, when to function, how to function. And when that nerve is exposed, it doesn't work properly. And so when we do x-rays, I call them white spots. When I look at my MRI on my brain, you'll see the white spots in different areas. So my MS affects my eyesight. It affects my hands and my arms, and it affects my legs. So I can't walk long distances. That part is starting to get worse, which is a little scary because now I wake up every day in pain in my legs and I can't walk. Like the first time it affected me, I had to jump up to use the bathroom, and I jumped up and ran dead into the wall and just hit the ground. You know, I'm dizzy a lot, so I'm off balance. So, you know, I have to be careful. Sometimes I can walk, sometimes I can't. And I just have to get myself together. That is one of the main reasons when we do Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I don't go on first because I'm never together all the way with the nerve. And the nerve pain, it never 100% goes away. It does calm down a little bit to where it's not as sharp and as painful as sometimes, And over time, you kind of get used to that type of pain. Like when the pain is minimal, I'm used to it and I can kind of deal with it. But when it's really, really bad, it's really hard to deal with. Like the pain can get so excruciating and you feel nauseous, you throw up and you cry, and it just won't stop. It's just like like it's bad. And so there are so many autoimmune diseases out here. Oh, there are so many. Like my sister,
have a great day at work.
oh, he going to work. Yeah, have a good day at work. Look,
how you know?
April said it.
Oh yeah.
So she has an autoimmune issue, and I can't think of the name of it. Like it's rare. Her autoimmune disease is rare, and I wish she was here. This is my niece's, my oldest niece, mom, and I can't think of her. I ought to text her and ask her what the name of her autoimmune issue is, because I really want to tell y'all the name of that thing, because I can't think of it right now. But April has nerve pain. You know, our nerve pain is nerve pain. It hurts the same, and you can't function. So anybody that tells you they're able to do all this, a whole bunch of stuff with nerve pain, they lying. Because it's a lot of stuff you cannot function when that nerve pain hits you. Two close people in my life had it.
didn't mean.
Oh, you got 2 autoimmune diseases, Bev. What 2 do you have, sis?
If you don't mind us asking.
Yeah,
I'm called RSD. Mine is in my shoulder. And what mine is my right hand always go out. That's why y'all never really see me do things with my right hand. You always see me pick stuff up with my left hand, because my right hand goes just completely numb. Sometimes I can go in the kitchen. My kids are always right there with me. But sometimes I go in the kitchen and get ready to pick up a hot pan and touch it, and the pan is hot and my kids are screaming at me. Foodie's been on the phone one time where I'm sitting there cutting, and I done cut my finger and Moo-Moo's just going off. And they're like, it's bad when nerve pain hits you. When people say, oh, I got nerve pain, but I'm still making it. No, when nerve pain knock you out, nerve pain knock you down. Don't get me wrong. Me and Foodie get up here. We do our lives and stuff, but we're both sitting up here leaning on each other. Like, to be honest, we're both in pain today. We can't let y'all down. I honestly wasn't going on today. They could tell you. I had texted them earlier this morning, like 5 o'clock this morning, and said, I can't do it. It's too much. But then my sis here in the middle came on, and she called me and she needed me to come on. So we're here and we're doing it. One of them is chronic and the other one is, I can't spell it. You're fine. I know what you're saying. Bless your heart, love.
My mom has fibromyalgia.
That fibromyalgia is painful. And when I first found out about it was years ago, and nobody really heard of it, because it was a lady at my job on my team, one of my team people, she had it. So I used to have to help her put the little pad thing on her back to help her with her pain. I was like, oh my God. She was a sweetheart. You have rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia? Yeah, that fibromyalgia, I heard, is something.
Yeah, my mom has it. She has to take, they gave her some like inflammation pills, and she also has gout too.
Okay.
It flares up because of what you eat. And I tell her, certain foods you got to be careful what you eat when you got gout.
My auntie, my mom's sister, she has gout, and so it's certain stuff she can't eat. And if you eat it, it flares up. Like it flares up. Like she be almost in tears. Like,
yeah, that's my mom.
She said
like the part that's down in from my fingertips up to my elbow in my right arm, Bev, that's how I am. You can't touch me. If you touch me, it hurts so bad. I like literally just go into tears if someone touches it. When I go to the doctor, they either ask me, can we try to touch it? Because they try to put a strip on there to test the coldness of it. And it never reads, because it's always just ice cold and swollen. And now the doctor, they won't even touch me. Now, if I go to a new doctor, they'll try. And sometimes it's hard to get them to understand you cannot touch me. Do not touch my hand. Yes,
Okay.
Bev, I'm with you. I also did this, put me through depression. Um, I have chronic pain with RSV plus chronic depression due to my injury. And all this dealing with anything, dealing with nerve pain or anything like that in your body puts you in depression because you start feeling like, why me? Why can't I get better? Why do I have to hurt? It's always why. It's never, we always doubting ourselves, and then we're always putting ourselves down. Like, I guess I did something to get this, to have this. So the depression is real, Deb. That's the whole point of Safe Space of Love. That's why me and Foodie created it, was so that you can have a safe space to come talk and just get that woosah. Once a week, you get that woosah without having to pay for it. We're not therapists. We're not doctors. We're not none of that. We're just somebody that's sitting up here for you to talk about it. And because sometimes you can't always go talk to your family. Sometimes you can't always go talk to hubby. You can't always go talk to wife. You can't, because they get tired of hearing it, and they do. They get tired of seeing you hurt. They do. So that's why we did this, is so that we can have a safe space to come talk about it and just be able to release it. I was
Hold on,
very
y'all.
independent. Now I was too, sis. I was working 3 jobs. 3 jobs. I was in nursing, and I worked 3 jobs. And Bev, now I can't do anything. Half the time my daughter has to help me put my bra on. There. Sometimes I get so cold at night. Foodie can tell you, because I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, Foodie, I'm so cold. It's so cold. She's like, go get you some coffee. Get on your heating pad. I'm literally under the heating pad, under 3 and 4 comforters, got a jacket on, and I'm sitting up underneath Terrence with, trying to get his body heat with my heating pad on. He's over there fussing, come on, I'm sweating, April, I'm sweating, you're killing me. And Foodie's just sitting there. I'm like, okay, sis, we're gonna get through this. Come on, sis, we got it. Sometimes y'all, she be sitting up there, I don't know what Foodie be talking about, but she'll just say something that'll make me laugh, and then there we go, 3 o'clock in the morning, up cracking up over her and some buttery bullshit that I don't even know what she's talking about, but it'd be funny. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's really hard. So
it
real
makes
quick,
me sad too.
Yeah,
It makes
rough.
me sad too, Beth. But my getting through this has been hard. It's put a toll on my daughter. But now, since I started YouTube, it's like God connected me and Foodie together because we can relate to so much. Y'all, there is not a time of day, night, no time of the 24 hours that we go through that I can't call Foodie and she wake up. 6 o'clock this morning, I'm up hurting. And I text both of them. And I was like, no, it's like 5. So I was like, I'm not going out. Foodie said, well, I'm up if you want to talk, y'all. She's sitting up there asleep. Foodie's like this. But she sat there for like an hour on the phone with me just so my pain. I said, Foodie, are you asleep? She said, I said, well, Foodie, I'm going to let you go. She said, okay, now you call me if you need me. Now you call me right back. I'm like, girl, go to sleep. And then it was so funny because right after she hung up, like an hour or so later, Beauty called me. And Beauty sat on the phone with me until I went live, y'all. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Foodie sleep, but then Beauty stepped in. And it's amazing how God put people in your life. God put people in your life for a reason and a season. So you're right, Lara. We go through pain every day, all day. I mean, not to complain because I don't like to complain, but to be honest, I'm in so much freaking pain right now. I am ready to go lay down, but I still got to go, do daily life stuff. So yeah, it's every day, all day pain.
You're not talking too much, Bev. That's what this is
for. Yes, you don't have to shut up, baby. You keep talking. If you want us to drop the link, we can drop the link. You can put your avatar on. You can come up and physically talk yourself if you want to. This is a safe space. You never have to shut up here. If you want to talk the whole time, you talk. And if somebody tell you to shut up, please let me know, so I can tell them to shut the hell up.
Okay, so when I was telling y'all my sister-in-law got an autoimmune, she did text me back. Now, I know I'm going to screw up how you pronounce this, but it's pronounced dermatomyositis. That's her autoimmune issue. and it affects adults and children, but it's marked by muscle weakness and a distinctive skin rash. But it's an autoimmune issue. And I remember how she found out, like she just fell out on the floor, couldn't walk. She couldn't walk. She was in the hospital and everything, couldn't walk. Recently, my carpal tunnel causes nerve pain during the winters when it starts getting cold, and I'm in constant pain. Carpal tunnel is very painful. Like I've had surgery in both hands. The carpal tunnel, I've had the carpal tunnel surgery, and I've had the orbital tunnel, and that's where they get that. You know when they say your funny bone, it's the nerve that runs through your funny bone, and I've had to have it in both because all of this was numb, and it was like that pins and needle, and it was cold. Like my hands are cold now, just ice cold. And on top of that, the nerve pain. So I don't have the pins and needles and the numbness anymore because of the surgery. I just have the nerve pain. But imagine all of that compiled together.
Footy, drop the link.
Okay.
Footy, drop the link. Beverly wants to come up.
Okay.
She's fixing to drop it for you, Bev. Yeah, Footy, I get what you're saying. That's how my hand is. My hand is always just in pins and needles. Feels like a gazillion bees is just in there, just just attacking me, and it goes all the way up the arm. It's painful.
Yeah, but if you steadily dealing with carpal tunnel, at some point you just probably need to have the surgery.
I don't think they've ever thought about doing the carpal tunnel surgery on my arm.
It has to be really, really bad.
I can.
Because I'm gonna be honest, they don't just give it to you. They had to test me, and one of the tests is really painful. Like one of the tests, they stick a needle in your muscle. They don't just give it to you. Mute your YouTube, Bear. It's really painful. Like one of the tests, they stick a needle in your muscle.
Oh my God.
Mute your
I had to close the chat, because I'm on my computer. I had to find, because I got all these open windows. I was looking.
Me too. I do the same thing. But one of the tests that they do is extremely painful. Like literally, I cry. And they have to have Aaron back there with me to like get me to focus on him and hold my hand. Like the first time I had it done, I was by myself. And after that, he had been with me every time I had to get tested. But this is where they stick this needle in your muscle. Like different parts of your arm and your muscle, and then then you have to flex the muscle, and that's where the pain comes in at. And you have to flex that muscle with that needle, and oh my God, I just cry. And they be like, I'm so sorry. I said, just get it done. And after that, the last time, she didn't even put me through it. She said, I'm not gonna put you through that no more. I'm gonna just do both elbows. Like she didn't make me go through it. So I actually had it done 3 times, one for each hand and just one for one elbow. She didn't make me go back through it for the other elbow because it's just extremely painful before they even attempt to have the surgery. They don't just do the thing. But my carpal tunnel had got so bad, like I had to wear these gloves, these compression gloves, around the clock. Like and it didn't help. Like it was just painful. But
that's all my craft back there. My machine when I be crafting.
It's all right. I be looking at this stuff. You put together some cute planners and stuff. I like it.
Thank you. I done ran out of space, y'all. I gotta move.
That's what happened.
Because I'm in my living room. I threw the couches out. I was like, look, so now we're gonna move. But do y'all deal with like night sweats?
I do.
It's killing me.
I deal with night sweats.
Like you gotta sleep with a towel and carrying on. I just won't stop sweating at night. Ain't hot, but just sweat.
I deal with night sweats. I wake up sweating, just like hot.
I just came from pain management. He was like, how you feel? And I was like, I'm all right. And he said, you always say you're all right. I'll be like, look, I got a high tolerance for pain and I don't complain. So I'm going to say I'm all right, even if I'm not. That's just the way I'm built. Period.
Right. So Hey, Shauna. Okay, my sister-in-law that I told you had the the one that one. She in the chat. Hey, Shauna Boo. But so what are you so on a daily? So does your nerve pain ever let up with the fibromyalgia? Does it ever calm down, or is it a constant
It's
24?
constant mostly. I get small breaks. And I mean small break. Like I have my alarms on my phone to take my medicine to make sure I take it the same time every day. They say that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But if like 8 o'clock I take the one for the help your nerve pain, 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Right like 7:30, 7:45, pain starts shooting in my feet. Shooting in my always there. Shooting in my feet. And I'll be like, this thing here. I'm doing like near me butt yesterday. But it's just I try not to let it get me to the depression mode.
Mm-hmm.
But like right now, I haven't been crafting because my hands hurt
Mm-hmm.
and I got plaque psoriasis. So people think that's just like regular dandruff. Psoriasis and plaque psoriasis is different. Plaque psoriasis is autoimmune. And the kind that I had, like Crohn's, is dealing with your stomach. That's
Mm-hmm.
also autoimmune.
Yeah.
However, it's a small percentage of people that it affects their entire body. And both of them are infecting my entire body. On
Mm-hmm.
top of the fibro and the arthritis, I got diabetes. You know what I mean? And I have something called a hip impingement thing. Like I got extra bone. Uh, it's like a birth defect.
Mm-hmm.
Then that I can't move my leg a certain way, and sometime and the pain of that. Then my I'll just be hurting all over all day. My back pain, and I don't tell a soul. This is probably the most I talked about it in because there's nothing they can do, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? You take your medicine and go sit down somewhere. But it drives me crazy. I have projects I have to finish. Y'all see I ain't put no videos up this week. I can't.
Look,
You know
I
what I'm
get it.
saying? But your some of your followers will understand if they know you or then when you put your video up. But for the ones that don't, they're like, oh, she don't never put enough videos. I'm unsubscribed. I had to let go of all of that because I'm like,
Yeah.
either you're gonna be here or you're not, because that was driving me crazy. Not being able to do what I want to do. Then the pandemic that we going through right now. I'm scared to go outside because I'm high risk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This
Mm-hmm.
lady was coughing in the doctor's office. I had an anxiety attack. I was like, to the
Yeah.
nurse, she was like, she wouldn't be up in here. I promise you, Miss Lee, she would not be up in here. I said, okay, because, ma'am, okay,
Yeah. I feel you on that. I'm high risk. We ain't supposed to be going out here running all
I
these
only
people.
go to the doctor. That's it. I don't go to the stores. I miss Dollar Tree. You hear? I don't go to the store. My husband,
Oh,
this
that's right.
bless his heart. Whatever store I want something from, he'll go there and video call me and go through each aisle and let me shop like that.
Look, whatever you do. Look, I done started online shopping. I be waiting
Hmm
for them packages to come in the
I
mail.
told him to take my card today. I said, baby, I woke up. He woke up before me. So when he came upstairs, he was like, oh, you were up? I said, yeah. I said, baby, I need you to take my card. He's like, what you doing? I said, spending. That's what I'm doing because I ain't got nothing else to do.
Right? It's like that sometimes, but you gotta, sometimes it helps to just talk to somebody about it, even if you don't talk.
Hmm
Not saying that you have to talk like in a group setting because that ain't for
hmm
everybody. But even if you have one person that you can talk to, just no
Mhm.
matter you know that they're there, that does
Yeah.
it kind of helps.
Yeah,
You know,
therapy is important. I have a therapist, but
it
you
does
know,
help.
I mean, it make me feel good for the moment, like because I live in my truth. Like I'm not denying anything, or you know, I'm accepting what's happening in my
Right.
life. That she helped me get over because I was trying to work during the pandemic. I got a job, computer, um, you know,
Hmm.
work from home. They sent me a whole computer, the whole shebang. The training was 2 weeks. After that 2 weeks, I resigned. I couldn't walk. And I'm sitting in a chair. She said, Beverly, you have to understand that your life is not what it used to be. I had a long and hard time getting over that. I am not the person that I was. I can't work like I used to. I can't do the things that I used to do. And I still revert back to that sometimes. And I'd be like, I could do it. I could do it. My husband would be like, sit down, please. So it's good to have a voice of reason. But I pray for the women that are single or living alone and they dealing with, MS and other things like that. It's people
Yeah,
don't understand if they not in it.
it's really rough, and you do have to take one day at a time. Like, look, my sis right here, Prashana, her issue is I can't even pronounce it, so you gonna have to pronounce it because I know I had messed the whole wording up. So tell them how do you pronounce it and exactly what your autoimmune disease is.
Mine's is called dermatomyositis, which is an inflammation of the muscles. So pretty much my muscles was deteriorating. Um, I found out in April of 2016. Well, it started in March, and they were saying that your liver enzymes are high, your muscle enzymes are high, but couldn't nobody really give me a definite answer. I went to the emergency room twice, fell at work. I had to go to the emergency room again. That's when they admitted me. The doctor was like, I can't even afford to send you home because if I do, then it'll be worse. So with your muscle enzymes, it's supposed to be, I think they said like 250, and mine's was at 66,000. So that's how
Mm.
bad my muscles were, to where I could barely lift my arms. I could barely walk from, at the time I was working in Glen Allen. So it was hard for me to walk from my car to, the office without having to catch my breath or feeling like cinder blocks was on my legs. So I ended up staying in the hospital for a week, and then I've been on prednisone like ever since, and all these different types of medications. So believe me, when you said it's hard to grasp that you will not be the same like you was, that I'm still getting over that little by little.
Yeah.
um and then on top of that, when you have one condition, you bound to have something else. So I ended up having blood clots,
Uh-huh.
and now I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes with complications. So that's been a journey in itself. But I always look at it like this: I had to thank God that I was at least still here to even tell about my journey, or even to have a support system to where I can walk in that journey. And I mean, there is times that I still feel like, man, I want to go out, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I know I can't because I have limitations that's on me. um and then the pandemic
Uh-huh.
didn't make it no better, because now it's like you're already dealing with one thing, and then turn around, it feels like all four walls is caving in. So you know that's the joys of my life. I have to look at everything, and to some people it don't feel like I probably should have handled it like this, but for me, I have to take everything with a smile, because I can't
Right.
sit there and ponder. I can't keep worrying. I can't keep doing that, because then that's going to make my situation worse. And they already said that stress is the
That's
number
right.
one killer. And with this condition,
Mm-hmm.
stress definitely did it. I ended up having a car accident uh January 2019. Um the pain that I had with that caused my dermatomyositis to go right back up because I was just in remission to where my levels, everything was level. But once that stress on my body happened, that's when it shot right back up. I have to do infusions like 3 days a month, every month for like a year and some change.
Mm-hmm.
So, honey, when I tell you I still keep trucking and smiling and laughing, that's all I can do at the end of the day. And then try my best to do something, in the meantime, in between time, because I know I can't work like I used to. Um, and then
Mm-hmm.
also a praise report because I sure enough am dropping this weight, honey. Yes, I had
Yes.
to. I
Yes.
had to. So I have to, keep my muscles straight. So I'm definitely grateful for that.
I'm glad because when you called me, I'll never forget it. When you called me and told me how you fell and you couldn't walk,
Yeah.
I was like, "What do you mean?" I was
Yeah.
like,
I
"Oh,
ended the crazy part is that when I fell, because I was in the bathroom and then I was like I couldn't get up. And then, my daughter and my son was trying to get me up. And when I fell, it was like my daughter was like, she's 16, but she in the doorway crying, like, what's going on? And I had to make sure that she was all right before I got myself up. And then the EMTs came. I told them, please, no sirens. Y'all just come on in the house. I had to make sure I was decent. But but it's stuff like that. And you just I couldn't even tell you how I did it that day.
because you had to do the iron infusions, right?"
No, I didn't have to do the iron infusion.
Okay, I had to do iron infusions.
I
Yeah, I
have
didn't have
too.
to do it.
I'm due.
What did you have to go do?
Mine's is just the regular infusions.
Okay,
Them the only
okay.
one. Yeah, them the only ones I had to do. I didn't have to do anything dealing with iron because out of everything, my iron is good. But as far as with like my liver enzymes and stuff, and that's still high. But with everything else, it's just roll of the dice.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Like I know I had to do the iron infusion because my iron was low and my blood count was low.
Mm,
So they had been teetering back and forth on whether I needed to have a blood transfusion, which I do not want to have. But they test me and it's still low, but I'm just like a couple points or whatever away from okay, we got to give you a blood transfusion type of deal. Like I know my iron is low because my hands are still always cold. Like I'm always cold. But those I had to do those iron infusions, and I did not want to do those iron infusions, but I
And you
had to
stay
do it.
tired a lot?
I'm always fatigued. That's just one of the main symptoms of MS is fatigue anyway. So even if I didn't have MS, I would still be fatigued from the iron
Right.
deficiency. But with the MS on top of that, like I'm always God darn that. I'm always fatigued.
Right.
I
Always,
wake up tired.
yeah, you wake up tired. And I suffer from insomnia because of the nerve pain, and it's just hard to sleep. That's why a lot of time when April would text me, I'm already up. I ain't been to sleep yet. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep for a couple hours. And if I take like my nerve pain right now is minimal. I can deal with it right now. It ain't as intense. So if I was to take some pain medication right now, I'd fall asleep only because the pain is not as such where it's battling with the pain med. Because sometimes if that pain real bad, them pain meds don't always, I've had to double up on my pain meds. Like I've talked to my MS nurse and she'll be like, double up on your pain meds, to get some type of relief, a little bit of relief.
Yeah, cause that's another thing. He was like, "This ain't gonna totally take your pain away. It's just gonna make you be able to manage."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a
Nothing
depressing
can
thing
ever,
to
no
have
medicine
for
out
me.
there can ever take away nerve pain.
Nothing. It don't work. Sometimes I take it and it don't work. Just period.
Yeah, but it's just that's how
Hey,
it is.
Courtney Love, how you doing?
It's just
Huh?
so many. It's just so many autoimmune issues, and but the symptoms a lot are the same.
Yeah, very similar.
The
Cause
symptoms,
like all the things that MS people go through, I go through, but I don't have MS. You know,
yeah, because what it is, even though our symptoms are the same, how it attacks our bodies are different.
different. Mm-hmm.
So how my MS attacks my body is different from how your fibromyalgia attacks your body. You know, same with Shauna's dermat. I ain't gonna even try it. With
Mm-hmm.
her issue. It attacks her body completely different than how MS attacks my body of fibromyalgia. And April's RRD. What is it, April? RDF? What is it?
RSD.
RSD. I want to put an N in it every time. But her RSD, even though
Mm-hmm.
our symptoms are the same, how it attacks our body is different. But it's just, I think people don't realize because from the outside looking in, we look like we're okay. But our
Yes,
bodies on
like
the inside,
it's them what they call them silent illnesses or what
silent
have you.
illnesses, because our
The
bodies are
illnesses you
constantly under,
can't see.
yeah, our bodies are constantly under attack. Like our body is attacking, like fight, like it's like an internal battle going on in our bodies that people don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything about. And like a lot of times, like if I'm walking around here, it is nothing for me to walk into the wall. And Aaron be like, "You all right?" I'm like, "I'm just." He said, "Sit down," you know.
Hmm. And they be so scared. My husband, he be like, I'm nervous. I be like, I just woke up. I'm nervous. I'm like, you gotta calm down. Like, wait for something to
Yeah,
happen. But it's just all the trauma of everything that he seen me go through the past 4 or 5 years. So I
yeah,
understand it, you know.
it is. It's really rough. It's really rough, but
Mhm.
you know, we're all here for each other. We know I can definitely not only empathize but sympathize with what you're going through as far as your symptoms and everything, because it's no joke. It's like a daily thing that you wake up not feeling well.
And you know, when one thing acts up, it sets everything off. You know, like when I'm having a Crohn's flare, it'll make everything else. Your body just everything just starts going haywire, like you threw soda on a computer.
Yeah. And most people, they say, if you have one autoimmune issue, 9 times out of 10, you're going to develop another one. So most people have two or more autoimmune issues. Most people have two or more autoimmune issues.
Mhm.
It's what it is. I have to go to the doctor because I think I've developed psoriasis, not the plaque, but psoriasis. So I don't know. It's like these little patches of dry skin. And I've been all on Google. I need to stay off Google. I need to.
Girl, if you don't stay off Google, Mumu was on Google one day and Google told her she was dying. And she
No,
had then but a scratchy throat, but Google had told her she had cancer in the throat.
let me tell you something. Google almost got Aaron killed because the patient portal, this is before I got officially diagnosed with MS. They have ran all these blood tests. So they ran tests. When I tell you, they took about 20 vials of blood from me. Because my doctor said, "Are you hydrated? Because we about to take a lot of blood from you." They tested me for everything, every type of disease, like sexually transmitted disease, whatever, right? They tested me for everything. So everything came up negative, 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 except for syphilis. Syphilis came up non-reactive. I said non-reactive. What that mean? So now I'm sitting here drinking wine, getting toe up, looking at this like I'm thinking non-reactive means that I have syphilis, but maybe it's dormant in my body. So I'm sitting here, oh, I'm finna go in here and stab him. He done turned and gave me syphilis when I'm going through this. Like, I'm in here going off. I had grabbed a knife. My high school best friend called me. She said, what you doing? I said, I'm about to kill him. Like, I was just going off. She said, what is calm down? What are you talking about? And I told her, she said, first of all, get off goddamn Google. She said, no, get out the patient portal. She said, you're in this patient portal. Get out the patient portal. You don't know what you're looking at. So I went to Google. Google really saved his life. So let me clear that up. So I went to Google to find out about syphilis in the test. So it said non-reactive just means you don't have it. So then I had to calm down. When I got to that doctor's office, the next visit, I said, look, y'all almost got my husband killed. I
You
said,
with Kaiser?
change that. Huh?
You with Kaiser Foodie? Oh, because I was going to say, because with mine, you got to go through the little portal thing inside there, and then they send you your results and all of that.
No, the patient portal with VCU. So most VCU have their own patient portal. And so because all of my doctors are with them, they have their own patient portal. VCU is the teaching hospital here in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
So I was in their patient portal. And they tell you, they test you for everything, but they put all your results, they put everything, even the clinical notes, all that stuff that the doctors be saying. It's in the patient portal. I think what they bank on is most people don't look at it, but I be all up and through it. Like, what is this? Girl, I
don't know if I just wanted to say this real quick.
Oh, you go ahead.
You guys can get just a teeny brief on me. I don't know what you guys are going through as far as immune problems and nerve problems and stuff. Hey, Chit Chat. But
Hey, Chit Chat.
I do deal with, on an everyday constant basis, I have depression. So
yeah.
And that's hard to deal with. A lot of people, like you guys said, when I understand that people look at you and think there's nothing wrong half the time, but they don't understand the battle and the fight that you have to go through every day just to get up, to make certain things happen. So, my heart goes out to you guys, because for me, I mean, it is physical. I do have physical problems, but that's because I injured myself. That's something totally different. But my issue is more, I guess you want to say, is internal mentally.
Yeah.
Because it's depression. And it started when I was a teenager, when my brother was murdered.
God, I'm so sorry.
It was just something.
I wish I could hug you right now, because I know that's not easy to deal with.
Foodie, drop the link. Angel wants to come up for a second. Beauty,
it's hard, I love you, because when you a kid, you don't
understand it.
No, you don't.
You don't understand it.
We all here for you, and I understand, because I was depressed before I got diagnosed. Like, I've been depressed my whole life, I think. You know what I'm saying? But I know what it's from childhood traumas. You know what I mean? So,
my depression started when I lost my baby.
Been there too.
And it's just been a continuous thing, because it was me losing a baby, then my mom getting sick, then them telling me I have MS, then them telling me I could never have children. I have to make a decision whether I want to try to have children or not, or treat the MS. Then realizing that the MS was probably the reason why I lost the child in the first place. So it's just like an ongoing battle, with depression, just being in and out of depression, because you always have this question like, why me? And then it's almost like you got to pull yourself out of it. But how do you pull yourself out of it? Like, it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. And then you lose loved ones and you don't understand why, especially when you lose them at an age where you feel like you shouldn't lose them. Like, they should still be here with you. I struggle every day with my mom. Like, it will be 3 years this month, October 20th, that my mom is gone. And my mom was young. My mom was in her 60s. She's still supposed to be here. So it's really hard. The depression thing, I don't think it is a thing that you ever get over, but you learn how to get through it. It's like you have to learn how to deal with it. And so I would never tell anybody you need to get over this or you need to get over that, because you don't know the battle, the internal battle that a person goes through just to manage day to day, just to get up out the bed, just to take a bath, just to put clothes on, just to eat. You don't know what they have to go through just to even try to survive that day. So I would never tell anybody you need to get over this, you need to get over that. But what I will tell somebody is, to get some help, to talk to somebody to help you learn how to manage through it. Because none of that, I don't think the pain ever 100% goes away.
No, it really don't. I went through a miscarriage, and I found out I lost my baby on my birthday. And when I went to the doctor, she would tell me who told me I was pregnant. I cussed her smooth out. And I think I walked around a whole year and did not comb my hair for a whole entire year.
I feel you.
2 years, my husband said. For 2 years, I didn't comb my hair. He used to call me Ernie because my hair was like down to here, but it was up there because I didn't comb it.
You didn't. I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped wearing jewelry. Since YouTube, I just started putting lipstick on again. I still don't put on the whole thing of makeup like I used to. I don't even have the mascara on. But YouTube, I just started getting comfortable with putting on lipstick and earrings. Like I don't even have the earrings on now. But it's like I feel you on that. I stopped getting dressed. I stopped dressing up. I stopped wearing heels. I just stopped doing all the girly girl stuff that I used to do. Like I had just sunk into a serious deep depression. I really did. So it's just really rough. Hey, Angel. Thank you for coming up. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to add what Beauty had said about how people think that you're normal when you're really not, and you're going through some stuff that they don't see. You guys noticed that I hadn't been my normal self in recent weeks, and there's just been a lot that has been going on. But I think the main thing was the back pain that I've been experiencing recently. That's been making me go out of character from who I usually am. And there are days that I'm not my normal self, even when not having back pain. Like there will be days when numbness will be going through my head and my brain because of my disabilities. And there will be days that I may feel a bit of shiveriness within my hands, where I may like go like that. There are so much stuff that people don't see about me that I go through, and sometimes I have to turn my camera off to cope myself, and sometimes I just need to be able to get myself in a relaxation, to get myself to a calm position, because there's so much about me that people don't see within me. And sometimes you have to tell the person, why don't we switch bodies for a day and see how it feels, because the person doesn't know what you are going through, and sometimes you need to wish that you guys could switch bodies for a day so they can feel what you are going through and you can feel what they are going through, kind of like a Freaky Friday.
Right. I feel you on that. Yeah. It is, and it is hard. Like you said, people don't know what you're going through. Because from the outside looking in, you look fine. But they have no idea what you're feeling.
They sure don't. You absolutely right about that.
And like I said, you guys
Don't.
noticed I haven't been my normal self in recent weeks, and I just wasn't taking good care of myself. But also with the increase of my back pain, that's when things started to become more noticeable for me. of not being my normal self. And I'm sorry if I haven't been normal to you guys. It's just something that I need to take care of now.
Yeah, and you got to take care of yourself first. You
Yeah,
is gonna always be here. You got
yeah,
to take care of yourself first. It's just you just
yeah,
do. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
yep, and
If people truly support you, they'll still be here when you
yeah,
do that.
yep.
My camera keeps falling. I'm ready to knock it off the top of this thing, Maria.
Oh,
Y'all see me
Beverly.
over here struggling. I'm on this struggle bus. Lord help me. Oh, there you go.
Beverly, I love you.
I love you too, Angel.
All right, we got about 4 minutes to talk because we in this. We only do Face Space of Lovers for an hour, and then we're going to raid Beauty and Beast Journey because she goes live.
Yes.
So we're gonna raid her. So if you guys can just hang out.
That was all I wanted to say.
Okay, cool. Are you all right?
It's
All
just,
right?
yeah, I'm fine. Sometimes, you just flash back at it because, when you're a teenager, you're going through puberty around that time. You got all these different emotions that you're dealing with.
Yeah,
And then you got that. Then you got your mom who
yeah.
had to be affected by it. And you watch the
That's
effects and her response from it because, you know, your mom is your backbone. And when you see her at her weakest point, you don't know what to do. So, yeah. So I think a lot of that caused me to spin out into a very depressing state
right.
and having anxiety. I feel like I've gotten rid of the anxiety. I don't know how, but I do believe a lot of stuff happened because of the grace of God. But the depression is there. It's there. It's a lot of hurt that's there that I'm trying to work out,
Hmm.
because you wonder, how can somebody be so mean and take somebody's life away?
Right.
You know,
Right.
why would somebody be that mean to want to just take a whole life? That's crazy to me.
That is crazy to me. Like
I don't
even
understand it.
I don't get that either. I'm like,
Yeah.
why do things have to be that final?
Exactly.
Why
Like
do it have to
whatever
be
the
that
issue may
final?
have been or was, like things can't get worked out. It's like stuff is just crazy. Like death
It
is the
really
only
is.
other option.
But you
And then
know what? A lot of people are not taught conflict resolution. A lot of people are not. These kids are not taught conflict resolution because if they did, then they would know it's another way to work stuff out other than just going straight to killing.
exactly. Exactly.
What happened to us just squaring up?
Right?
Well, see, that was my brother's problem. Was the fact that nobody could stand the test to him when it came to that. That's what got him where he at now. It's
Yeah,
because he had hands, and they figured we can't whoop him, so we got to do this to him, and that's the cold part about it. It's like, really? Like, it should never, like, people nowadays just can't take a butt whooping. They get
Nope.
embarrassed. Oh, you beat me up, and now I'm feeling this kind of way, so now I need to retaliate back, and now I'm finna to take your life. Now I'm bigger and better than you because look what I did to you. You get what I'm saying? And that happens
Right.
all the time. It's crazy. Like,
It's
really?
ridiculous.
No, it's stupid. It doesn't make any
Hmm.
sense. So yeah, that's my I don't want to go off the topic about something else, but that's basically what I deal with and why it stemmed from that.
Hmm.
we'll probably next Tuesday talk about depression because
It's
depression it affects a lot of people, and some people. The crazy part about it, some people don't even realize they depressed.
it's so
Exactly.
I tell my sister all the time, it's so many undiagnosed people walking around here in this world.
Definitely.
You gotta stay prayed up and armed up.
Yep.
Definitely. It's a bunch of loose cannons out here.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm finna to go ahead and step down. I gotta start my live.
Okay,
I
you go
just want to say thank you to you, Beauty.
For
And
what?
yeah, and
Because
I
if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have the support that I'm getting right now.
Oh,
So
that
thank
touches
you.
me.
and
You
beauty,
know,
and
you
Y'all
beauty,
about
said
to
this
make me
thing.
cry. Don't do that.
and beauty. Before you get off and get ready for your stream, I want to thank you as well. If you didn't warn me last week, yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed me being out of character or out of my normal self. And I also want to thank you, April, for all the warnings that you kept track of, because ever since your guys' conversations with me, I have been taking care of myself, but also I've been trying to get myself back to normal. And I just want to thank you guys for being there for support, and I want to thank you guys for talking with me. And I guess I just could have noticed it myself in the end, but I just wasn't keeping a closer eye on myself at the time when I was out of my normal self.
It's okay, Angel.
It's
Love you.
okay.
I love you
You
too,
guys.
Beauty.
All right.
Love you too, Angel.
But
Love you
now
too,
you
baby.
know. So now that you know, you can treat it and you can take care of yourself.
Yep,
And that's all that matters.
yep.
That's the most important thing. We're just waiting for Beauty to get set up and then we're gonna raid her.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in, Shan.
I was like, I don't see Foodie Live. She was like, the channel is called. I'm like, oh. It went over my whole head because I was on your thing like, is it a
We go live once a week on our Safe Space of Love channel every Tuesday
Hey,
at
Shan.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we have different topics.
This
And
is good because it's a lot of people that's not as strong as we are. And you never know who this going to touch a week, a month, a year from now, so on and so forth. You
And
know,
and it's like Beauty said, there's a lot of people that you think that is normal, when in reality they're not. Because like sometimes people may think that I'm like a normal person. People think I may be able to have a conversation, when in reality there's more to me that people don't know, that I don't consider myself normal, or from what they view as me. Because when you see a person, you think that, oh, that person is okay. They're just a normal human being, but on the inside of that person, there's more than what you don't know.
yeah,
Angel, I'm going to need you to stop saying normal because you're normal.
she
You're
is
nothing
normal.
wrong with you. You operate differently. I have a son. My son is 24. He has special needs. Like he's like you. He's very smart and intelligent, but you wouldn't know until you had a real conversation with him
Mm,
that you know his speech is just different from
mm,
normal. I don't like that word because
yeah.
you're normal.
All right, I'll try to not use that anymore, Bev. Love you.
Say different. Say special. Don't say
All right,
normal because you are
all right,
normal, babes.
all right.
Yes, thank you, Bear, for saying that. Because he is.
Yeah, thank you, Bev.
Oh, Shan said it's crazy that this was today's topic, and it's the exact reason why I missed today's live, and when I had to miss mine tonight. Oh, Shampoo, what's the name of your autoimmune? I know you told me, and I forgot. I hope you feel better, baby. You know I'm gonna keep you in prayer always. And I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times when the seasons change, because here we go through all 4 seasons. When the season changes, I get sick. Like I really start feeling bad when the seasons change. I don't know if that affects any if y'all are affected by anything, whether it's muscle pain or nerve pain or whatever. But I know it affects me, and I've just been like, ugh.
Okay, I just received the notification, and Beauty and Beast Journey is now live, Foodie.
Okay, let me go ahead and drop her link. I don't know why I'm not getting a
I'm not getting them
notification.
either.
No,
Oh yeah, I did get it. That's a lie. I did get it, but I didn't get it yesterday.
I still ain't got it. Hold on, this thing
Um,
here.
I just posted it in the private chat, Foodie.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna get down and go over.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye,
Yeah,
everybody. Thank you
yeah.
for
I'm gonna
having
get
me.
down and go raid Beauty as well. I'll see you later.
All right.
Girl,
Hold on.
I didn't even clean that refrigerator.
Okay. Y'all, if y'all could go over there to Beauty and Beast Journey. Let's go and raid her. Thank y'all so much for coming in for another segment of Safe Space of Love. I had to change the title, The Real on Autoimmune Diseases, because that's what we did. That's what we talked about. So if y'all could just go raid Beauty and Beast Journey, I truly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I actually have a name, but it affects my lungs and causes severe inflammation. Both of my lungs are scarred, and it's called interstitial lung disease. I knew it was something. I know I just pronounced it all wrong. I'm glad you came in for a little bit, Shan. You are in my prayers, sis. Well, look, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Thank y'all so much for coming in and hanging out for another episode of Safe Space of Love. Thank y'all so much, and we will see you again on next Tuesday for Safe Space of Love at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, guys. See y'all over at Beauty and Beast channel.